Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Now we're talking about our next rank to 7-star. I was over at the Battle Room Brawl over the last weekend, and I did do a couple of rank 2s that I did not publicize. The first one was Spider-Man OG. He's fantastic. You know, I really took him up because I think that he's going to be useful a lot. I used him a lot as a rank 1 in this past war season, and next war season it's going to be the same meta. So I think I'm going to be using him quite a bit, and nobody bans him too, which is great. Spider-Man OG, his taunts are amazing. Going up against, you know, champs like America Chavez, I mean, he really handles her really well. And plus, with him being meta and being decay, he is just absolutely fantastic. He doesn't take any damage from the damage over time debuffs. So, Spider-Man OG, I rank 2'd him, no problem. The next one, I almost did it immediately. I had Clown and Trevor looking over my shoulder as I was doing it. But it was a champion that I ranked 2'd on Faith, thinking that he would be great, and he absolutely is. I ranked 2'd, Venom. Venom is Sig 200. He is one of my Sig 200 champs. I believe I have 7 of them right now. And his bleeds are fantastic. I used him in 8.3. He just melted everything. And the buffs that he gains, he's just a really, really, really great champ. And then another recent one was Werewolf by Night. And if you guys have seen me play in past couple live streams, you guys know that I love that champ. Werewolf by Night is by far one of my favorite champs to be released this year. He doesn't have those big yellow numbers. He has a lot of rupture damage. Nothing is immune to rupture except for Scorpion. And Werewolf by Night, he really handles a lot of champions in this game. I think that there's I mean, you can't take him against Kingpin. You can't take him against any champs that shrug debuffs. I mean, that's only a small percentage of them. Werewolf by Night is absolutely amazing. All right, so those are like my last 3 rank 2s. I have 27 right now. And I have enough materials right now to rank 2 another champion. And I've been debating. I've been going back and forth. It's going to be a Cosmic. And you can see here on my current rank 2 champions, I am trying to keep it pretty well balanced. Tech is definitely the class that I am missing the most rank 2s out of. Right now I have Guardian, Lady Deathstrike, and Shuri. But I will be remediating that probably tomorrow with another rank 2. I'm really excited about that one. So looking over my Cosmic champions, I was trying to figure out, you know, who's the best Cosmic champion to rank 2. Let's see, we've got Gamora. She can hit really, really hard, but she's an attacker. Gore, be a good defender, rank Sig 20. I mean, I'm not that excited about him. I think he's great, but again, Werewolf by Night, handle him handedly. And I don't think he's a really that great of an attacker. I think he's more of a defensive champion. Hyperion, if I had him duped, he'd be going up to rank 2 today. I do think he needs his dupe. His just one dupe on him. Sig 1 would be great just to extend his buff times. Red Goblin, just got him yesterday. Not a big fan. I know that a few summoners out there are. I think MSD is a big fan of Red Goblin, but I'm not, and he's unduped. Silver Surfer would be a prestige play, but again, I'm not looking for prestige right now. I already have a pretty high prestige. I think I'm over 23,000. Let's see, Venom Duck, no, not going to happen. And then there's Vox. Now, Vox, nobody has been talking about him lately. I have seen a couple videos, a couple gameplay videos. One of the guys in my alliance, BMcG, has been taking him into war, and he's been doing phenomenal things with his rank 5, 6-star, Sig 200 Vox. And I've been watching those videos, and he melts. He does a great job. I mean, he's a great attacker. And it always dissuades me whenever I see I have a champion that's unduped, low Sig. You know, I really don't like taking them to R2. And when I see BMcG take Vox into war with him being Sig 200, rank 5, 6-star, I'm thinking, well, you know, there's a reason why he's melting and doing so well in wars, because he's Sig 200. And why would I rank 2 a character that is unduped and just be hampered as damage? So I kind of put him to the side. I was like, Vox, you know, I'm not too excited about him. And then I went to the Battle Room Brawl, and everybody was talking about Vox. Like, yeah, he's going to be their very next rank 2. They really, really want him from the 7-star crystal, the Titan crystal. And it got me thinking. I was like, well, why are they so excited about Vox? I mean, what does he do? I mean, yeah, I saw, Karatemike's video of, his damage showcase. And yeah, he does some great things. He's got great degen, but he just seemed like a little too complicated to use. So anyway, so I was going through all my Cosmo Champs last night. And I was like, well, who's it going to be? I mean, Vox, he sounds cool. Let me go back and look at some videos, and let me rewatch Karatemike's, and let me go watch BMcG's videos, and really find out if SIG actually matters, if Awakening actually matters. And their communications towards me in line chat and across the videos I watched was he absolutely does not need his Awaken ability. It does add additional increase to his damage for each of the degenerations, but a very minuscule part. It gives him access to a pre-fight that nobody recommends using, so I won't be missing that. And then he does pause the degen timers when you hit the block. Now that's the one thing that's gonna kill me with him not being awakened. But here we are. Not many people have Vox. He is not really good for this meta because he's pretty much buff heavy and he's going to get staggered, and it's not going to be pretty. So for this meta, for this Battlegrounds meta, probably not going to be using him. But this Battlegrounds meta is going to end in like 2.5 weeks. And it could be replaced by another one. And in the future, he may be absolutely fantastic. And he looks like a lot of fun. So I think I've decided, and we're going to go forward with, we're going to rank 2 my unduped Vox and see how he does. All right, so let's go over to the main screen. All right, so again, here are all my Cosmic champs, 7-star champs. I'm missing some really important bangers. Angela, I would love to get Angela. No, Vision Arcus can just blow me. I couldn't care less about Vision Arcus. So we got the Red Goblin, we got Vox, we got Hyperion, Gore, Gamora, Venom the Duck, Silver Surfer, all rank 1. If you look, you got Terrax, Venom, Gladiator, Odin. I am not regretting rank 2 in any one of those. I love every single one of those rank 2s. Guardian, I'm really hoping that they do a rebalance of him because he's really not as good as as we all hoped he would be. But here we go, Vox. I don't think that many people have him, and not a whole lot of people are talking about him. But from what I hear at the Battleground Brawl and what I hear from my alliance mates is that he can be absolutely amazing. Now, am I going to bring him in to replace my Venom? I don't think that he's as good as my Venom right now, but maybe in the future, maybe once I get to learn to use him more appropriately, maybe his degens maybe I'll like using him a little bit more than him. Now, he'll definitely be used a little bit more than Gladiator. Vox does have poison immunity. He has Power Lock, Power Steel, Power Burn, all kind of immunity too. So I think that's absolutely fantastic. When I get my Hyperion awakened, then we'll see how much I use him. But I am 100% on board with rank 2ing Vox. So let's open him up real quick and see what his abilities are. Again, he is very buff heavy. So one thing is nice is that he can stack his precision buffs from the Dexterity Mastery, which is kind of cool. No other champ can do that. So he can stack those up, no stack limit. He just loses them as he uses them, and so I think that's actually pretty cool. It's kind of like that the node and incursions that the strategic movement that everybody likes using. Yeah, it's interesting. Now his buffs, they're corrupted buffs. The big 2 are with his medium hits. He gets a corrupted fury buff, and then his 1st and 4th light attack hits, he gets his corrupted cruelty. Now the last one, corrupted armor up buff, is if he gets hit by medium attack. I don't plan on being hit by mediums very often, so I don't think I'll be using those a whole lot. And then on the final hits of special attack 1 or 2, however many corrupted buffs you have on you, if the champion doesn't have any degens on him, equates to how many degens he gets placed on him. And then the degens just increase by 10% every second that they're on the opponent. So you can see some really, really nice damage, especially if you use a recommended special attack rotation. I believe Karatemike likes to use the special attack 1 and then build up to special attack 2 to transfer all of those degens into corrupted buffs back onto you. So that's very, very cool. And then his special attack 1, the Undermine buff, allows for to avoid any auto blocks or any champions out there auto blocks. So if you got your Kitty Pride, not Kitty Pride, but what am I thinking? But any champion with auto block, you can avoid that. And then special attack 2 for any champ, it helps you avoid miss. So if you launch a special attack 2, your attacks cannot miss, which is great, you know. And there's a lot of champs out there that have a new miss mechanic. So I'm excited about that. And then the special attack 3, I don't see myself ever pretty much using special attack 3. But it's awesome. And then there's a lot of additional benefits if you're going up against an Inhuman. You got your Black Bolt, you got your Medusa, your Karnak. I mean, those champions I'm not really concerned about. Medusas can be interesting, but you never really see in Battlegrounds people using Medusa, especially not up at the level that I've been playing. So anyway, so Vox does look very, very interesting, and I really do not think that I am going to need his signature ability. Once I do get him duped, and it's still very early, you know, he's going to be released in the Titan pool. I've been pulling a bunch of Titan crystals, so there is a chance that I'll eventually get him. Cyber Weekend, we'll see what happens with Cyber Weekend. That's going to be interesting. And then, you know, I eventually dupe every one of my champs. So I'm not too concerned about not having him duped right away. So let's go ahead and start rank him up. Again, this is going to be number 28. I am excited about that. So let's upgrade this guy. I got all the materials required, and we're going to rank him up. All right. So Vox. Did I rank him up? There we go. All right. So Vox is now ranked 2, number 28. All right. So let's get him all leveled up. He does look awfully cool, though, too. I mean, you guys got to admit. I don't know what it is, but Kabam has been really doing a really good job with their character designs. I don't think this was DLL that designed this one, but whoever the character designer was, absolutely great job. The graphics, the special attack 1, 2, and 3 are just absolutely amazing. He just looks fantastic. I love the scythe. Yeah, they really hit it out of the park with this one. So after I rank this guy up, let's figure out what kind of relic is going to be best on him. I haven't really looked into it. With him having all those corrupted buffs, I don't know if the Thor relic is going to really help him. I don't know if the corrupted fury buffs that he does get, if those will equate to the Thor relic. But let's go ahead and check. All right, before I do that, let's look at his stats. Okay, 79,000 health, 5,100 for attack, which is relatively good, I believe. Yeah, he was just absolutely amazing, guys. Look at that side. It's just absolutely amazing. All right, so let's go look at the relics. Let's filter by cosmic. All right, so yeah, so I mean, the Thor relic could work first time in a definite fury precision or armor up buff is gained. This fight gaining indefinite aptitude. So that does look interesting. There's the Thor one, Gamora. Whenever a fury or cruelty buff fails due to chance, gain 1% increased fury. So I don't know if the corrupted buffs will take that into account. For each unique buff on the champion, inflict an indefinite bleed vulnerability. He doesn't bleed, so I don't think Venom's going to work. Let's look at Miss Marvel. Yeah, I don't think Miss Marvel. So I think it's going to be a balance or a choice between the Gamora and the Thor one. Let's see. Do I have any? Yeah, so I have an unassigned Thor 3-star. So let's just go ahead and put that on him real quick. Let's see, precision. Let's try that one. All right. So now it is bound to Vox. Okay, So I'm going to go ahead and do some gameplay real quick and show him what I believe is the correct damage rotation for him. I am going to fully utilize Karatemike's damage rotation, so just stand by and we'll get into the gameplay. Okay, so everybody's favorite punching bag, I go up against Realm of Legends Winter Soldier. Now, watching Karatemike's video and his recommended damage rotation, you want to go from just before 2 bars of power, launch your special 1. Meanwhile, you're doing medium light mediums into him to build up your corrupted buffs. You want to build up as many corrupted buffs as you can. Then, right before 2 bars of power, launch your special 1. This applies 20 degenerations against him, or has however many corrupted buffs you have built it on you at the time. After that, you want to get to your special 2 before the degen timer runs out. Launch your special 2 into him, trying to get the degen timer down as far as you can, because the degens start ticking 10% additional damage per degen per second. So again, if you get the degen timers down as far as you can before you launch your special 2 and those corrupted buffs transfer back onto you, that would be optimal. Then after that, you want to repeat and do the same. So right before your 2 bars of power, you want to launch your special 1, transfer all of those corrupted buffs onto them, having as many degens apply onto them, and then race up to your special 2. So I am not that good. I'm not as aggressive as Karatemike, or as good a player as he is. So sometimes, I do risk the chance of expiring that degen timer, and then you have to start all over again. So you don't want to do that. Now, the next fight that I'm going to show you guys is against Labyrinth Legends, and actually Nagase did this, did a max damage Vox gameplay, and I'll include all of these links into the video description against Star-Lord. Now, I did not bring a synergy team in with me. This is just Vox out of the gate. And you want to just try to do exactly what I did on Winter Soldier as before. Right before 2 bars of power, launch your special 1, transfer all of those degens onto them, and then race up to your special 2. Again, you want to focus on doing medium light mediums to build up as many of those corrupted buffs as possible. Now this is a long form content. Big health pool is about 3.5 million health points on Star-Lord that I'm taking with Vox. So you may be thinking, well, now Vox looks more of a long form content kind of champion. Well, we are getting a new long form Everest content coming out on November 15th called Necropolis. I'm thinking Vox could be extremely good for some of the champs in that. I did play Necropolis while I was in Vancouver. It's going to be extremely long. Each fight is going to have a ton of health points against them. And they have some additional buffs and traps that you're going to have to account for. So it's going to be very, very interesting. So Vox could be very, very good. Shuri is going to be very, very good for the long form content. It's going to be very interesting to see what summoners use against all of those champions in Necropolis. But I think that Vox does have a really good shot at being one of the stars for that. Now, if you're unwilling or you want to wait to rank up any of your champs for Necropolis before it comes out, I would definitely suggest that. Just wait and see what everybody else is using, what the best champions are. I'm sure that there's going to be guides that are going to be published the first day of or the first week of Necropolis being released. So I would suggest just waiting if you have the ability and you don't have items expiring. That's what I would do. Now, you can see that there were a couple times in here that I did miss up the timer. Instead of going through the special 1 to special 2 cycle, you may want to just do special 1 to special 1 and just keep those corrupted buffs and degens transferring back and forth from you to the defender. That may be safer as opposed to having to start all over again and losing all of your buffs. And so I did that. I think what's going to help out too is the challenger rating of a 7-star is higher. You're going to be gaining power a little bit faster. Also, had I had this guy awakened, eventually I will get him awakened, but if he were awakened, I'd be hitting their blocks and then pausing the degen timers for 2 seconds, which give me a little bit more leeway, a little bit more comfortable buffer in order to do the special 1 to special 2 rotation. You can see here I am not using special 3. Didn't even try it. I'm not. I really don't think it has much utility. But yeah, it's pretty insane to see the degen damage happening as soon as as the timer starts to go a little bit lower. Now coming up here, I do have a freeze frame just so that you guys have a real understanding and appreciation to how much damage over time degen power there is. It's absolutely phenomenal. This guy doesn't have the huge big yellow numbers that you would expect, but here you go, 20,000, 21,000 per tick of degen. Is absolutely fantastic, and it bypasses all the safeguard, and especially if Necropolis does have some sort of damage cap, it is going to bypass that. So really great. I'm so excited that I upgraded Vox. I think he's going to be a great champion, and I really can't wait to use him in that long form of content in the future.